Hey Armando, how's it going? This is Ryan with TrendLizard.com. I hope you're doing well. You sent me a couple ETFs to analyze for you, so we're just going to get started. The first one was HEFA, a hedged currency ETF. Looks like it started in 2014, early 2014, and has gone from there. So initially it had a really nice advance before it tanked. Looks like in 2015 and early 2016. Basically set a new low at that point. I don't really consider this spike here actual data. So anyway, this looks like a new low, at which point it's reversed and headed higher. So generally speaking, this looks pretty good. What we see is that the decline off the 2015 high into the 2016 low looks like a counter trend move. It looks like a three-wave decline, which is a counter trend move. And so the question is this the start of a larger uptrend, or is this more counter trend action that's just going to more head sideways than up? So what we need to do is zoom in on this 2016 action, see what we can see to see if it's sustainable and might continue higher from here. So let's zoom in. This is the advance off the 2016 low. There's some question marks here. Certainly it's not the cleanest move I've ever seen for sure, but it's certainly got some potential. So there is trendy potential here in the 2016 advance. Parts of it are a little bit funky, like this action right here. Looks like kind of a running counter trend move or expanding counter trend move. It's not ideal, but again, the potential is there for this to continue. So where it's really gotten more interesting is off June's low. From there, it's been more direct of an advance, and every up leg has been very clearly trendy, and every pullback has been very clearly a counter trend move. So overall, I think there's a ton of potential here. The one thing that interests me is the advance off November's low. Certainly looks like a trendy move, but it also looks like it could be ending. It looks like it's a completing five-wave move, which is going to lead to some type of larger pullback, in my estimation. And that might be something you want to wait for before you consider buying this guy if you haven't bought it already. So let's zoom in just on this leg here. This is what I'm talking about. It looks like a five-wave move that may continue a little bit higher, but for the most part looks to be nearing an end. So a move below 2620 at any time would suggest to me that this up leg has ended and some type of larger pullback has begun. Personally, I would want to wait for that event before I would consider buying this. What I'd like to see is for this move to complete, for some type of counter trend pullback to form, and then use that as the opportunity to buy for additional strength from there. So that's what I would be doing. If you do own it, I would use 2620 as a tight stop and just use that to exit to allow for the larger pullback, which again is going to provide some additional confirmation that this guy is ready to continue this advance here, as opposed to finding resistance near this high and turning back down. So that would be my approach. I do think it's bullish, but I think it's worth waiting for, and that could put it out a few months before it becomes a really good buying opportunity. So that would entail watching it move below 2620, watching it correct, and then turn higher from there. So I hope that's helpful. I will get the other ticker to you in just a moment. Thanks, Armando.